Michael Wardlow, you're the Chief Commissioner of the Equality Commission in Northern Ireland. There's been a lot of debate recently about what lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgendered people can or cannot do in society in Northern Ireland. For example, marriage between same-sex couples, adoption by same-sex couples, blood donation by gay or bisexual men. What is the view of the Equality Commission?
The Equality Commission is very clear. We have a statutory responsibility to make sure that people do not experience discrimination. That involves us looking at the laws, keeping them up to date. It involves raising people's awareness, but it also involves us going into the public sphere to, if you like, take leadership in some areas. Now, in the three areas you've mentioned, we believe that there are fundamental equality matters, and that those equality matters have a particular relevance for those who have a same-sex orientation. So if, for example, you take the ban on blood, there's been a recent decision which clears up the situation. But this isn't new for the Commission. We first engaged in the matter of the blood ban back in 2012. So we'll now be going back to the department and asking them, given the decision, can you give us an assurance that you will be looking at the equality implications in that? In terms of same-sex adoption, we've been very clear that we believe that there is an equality matter, and we've been advocating for change. And finally, in terms of same-sex marriage, our Commission has taken a policy decision that this is an equality matter, and we would be asking for the government to take leadership and looking to have a consultation on the matter.
But surely society in Northern Ireland is different. Many people here, including many of our politicians, hold very strong religious beliefs. Surely that's relevant when it comes to making policy.
I think we want to make sure that we get all the evidence out there and that this debate is carried forward in a safe place. But fundamentally, we want to let people know that this is a matter of equality. And we as a Commission have to be sure that people have equality of opportunity. And in these areas, we don't believe that those who have same-sex orientation have that equality.
The Commission clearly feels there's more that government should be doing to protect the LGB community.
Absolutely, and I think this is about partnership. It's not saying it's all their fault. There is a commitment in the programme of government to bring out a sexual orientation strategy. Now, we would be asking the government to show leadership and bring that out sooner rather than later. The second thing it is to open up for public debate some of these areas that to this date perhaps have been a little too sensitive to have that public debate. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of here. And I think the third thing is that there needs to be a commitment that people who have a different sexual orientation than those who are heterosexual, I think we need to be saying this is a matter of equality. This is a matter that people are treated differently because of their sexual orientation. That cannot be acceptable practice in the 21st century. That falls directly into the things that the Equality Commission was set up to promote and protect.
Drawing up policy positions is all very well, but in reality, how will this actually help lesbian, gay and bisexual people?
Well, I think, for example, if you take same-sex marriage, this is the first time that as a Commission we've come and said we have a policy in this, and we're saying now in the public sphere we believe it's an equality matter. It needs to be addressed through a public consultation. I think that gives support to those colleagues from the LGBT community. And finally, in terms of adoption, although primarily seen as a human rights matter, it is also an equality matter. So I think we're saying at the moment there needs to be a further public debate. We welcome it started, but we look forward to its conclusion.
Are things not getting better for LGB people?
Still, over 40% of people who were surveyed said they would mind having someone from LGBT background in their family. And even when you ask them the question about a neighbour, it's over 20%. One of the things that the Commission would be asking for are members of the lesbian, gay and bisexual community, if they felt they're being discriminated against, to come forward and begin a conversation with us. They can do it through the website that we're on at the minute, or they can do it through making a call to one of my colleagues at the Commission. You needn't accept that discrimination just happens. There is 1 in 5 people discriminated against from LGB who come forward. That means 4 out of 5 don't. We need to change that. We need to make this something that people are unafraid to speak out about. We're here to help.
Michael Wardlow, thank you very much.